So in our monastic reading class last night here in the Hollywood Monastery, we were reading a book called the Disciple's Journey, and it's in the company of Swami Ashokananda, written quite a few years ago. But we read some quite striking things which I really found helpful to think about. It says in October of 1960, a group of devotees gathered in the foyer on a Sunday lecture in the new temple, waiting for Swami to talk with them. Often it would be 4 o'clock before they left after this second lecture. A debilitating disease of some kind was being discussed. Swami, prepare for illness. Rise above it in youth. Devotee, but in youth one is healthy. How can one prepare then for illness? Swami, rise above health. Don't glory in it. Train the mind to rise above the body. Devotee, it takes a long time to train the mind. Swami, have patience. What is the hurry? Look at the positive side of things. Think how wonderful it is that every day you have the thought of God. Don't emphasize the struggle. This is a beautiful little piece of advice there. Don't emphasize the struggle, both in the body, in growing old and in trying to grow in our spiritual life, trying to be our ideal, be what we want to be. He goes on here and talks about that a little bit more. And even though it's a lot for one video, I want to put it all in there because it's beautiful. When I came to the old temple this morning, Swami was in the front room, waiting for me. After a minute or two, he looked at me and asked, "Yes? Do you want something? What is it?" "Nothing." Swami, you look as though you're expecting some kind of answer. Me, laughing, I always expect some kind of answer from you. Swami, what answer? Me, sudden illumination. Swami, why do you want that? It would spoil things for you. You would no longer be able to find pleasure in smoking or in sleeping or in serving the Lord or in even being with me. Me, if I were illumined, I would not need those things. I would have them, or the pleasure they give me, even more. Swami, you are not ready yet to ask for illumination. If you got it, you would not be able to contain it. Me, well, in that case, I would just like a little more than what I have. Swami, be content in whatever you have. In spiritual life, one should never be discontent. That spoils everything. Me, yes, what I have is more than I deserve. Swami continued to talk to me as we went out the door and walked to his car, parked around the corner. Swami, be content, but be earnest. Many devotees get into a state of discontent, and they spoil everything for themselves. They read about saints who are always demanding more and who are longing for illumination. They think that that is the way to be, and they try to imitate it. Yes, there is a stage when there comes a great discontent, when one wants to probe deeper and deeper into reality. But that is a very high state. Discontent is right only at that time. Before that state is reached, though, one makes progress more through contentment than with discontentment. So this is kind of that same thing, Be content in the struggle, as it were. Be earnest in your search and your quest, but also stay in this moment. This moment has enough beauty to fill you. This moment has enough wonder to occupy your mind. This moment is the divine, is God. And so even in our discontent with wanting to, quote, be realized or imagining some perfect thing in some perfect day in the future, that is the grabbing idea. That's very unhelpful in spiritual life. So he's saying here, be where you are. Be content to have what you have. Focus on the beauty, focus on the wonder, focus on the presence, focus on all of the things that you're experiencing inside, in the security, the safety, and the challenge of growing in the spirit. But don't be discontent. Don't place all your eggs in a future basket. Don't glory in your health. Don't focus on the struggles of your ill health. Rise above the body, rise above the mind. You know, find enjoyment in being, find enjoyment in your life, and focus on that, because the divine is present everywhere, right now. And so assume that is faith. You know, grow in that grace which allows you to undo your binding inside. You know, that those negative thoughts, those accusatory thoughts in the mind. Let go of those things. And in this moment, find your beloved. Find the experience of a beautiful life.